Welcome, everybody, to the Nerd Cave News, the one-stop shop for all your video game news that you need to know. I am one of your hosts, Zach Dykes, and I'm joined along with the evil mastermind behind the brainwashing takeover of the city. Oh, won't someone save us from Professor Noxious P. Bottom?
I like that, especially the exposition.
So
it's obnoxious or obnoxious P bottom.
let me pull it back. Professor Noxious P. Bottom.
P bottom. Got you. Professor Noxious P bottom. All right, I like that. So, definitely a step under top tier, but definitely really solid.
Yeah.
So
it also says that your butt stinks. So Noxious P. Bottom.
if you plan that, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just all comes together like that. But,
Derek,
I do think it was a little planned.
Derek, as you all know, I do everything by the seat of my pants on these shows, predictions, everything. That's me. So this just worked out perfectly. That's the Lord's work. I just do what he tells me.
He definitely blesses you, compared to me who actually plans and, their predictions for E3 shows and whatnot, and then it's like, oh, you still lose to someone who does it at the last minute.
Dude, I have the sense for this. That was yours, baby. That was yours, Amy. That was an Amy name. And guys, if you want to submit your name for Derek, you can do it in the link below. He's
been doing a lot of good ones. I might have to start ranking the people who give the names rather than just the names themselves.
I know. Amy's is really good. I have to say that, not just because she's my wife, but
I'll say you say this very impartially.
Yeah, very impartially. Derek, where can they go to become part of the ship, part of the exclusive crew?
To become part of the ship of the exclusive crew, you can go to patreon.com/nerdcave, just like our wonderful crew members, Brandon Hicks, Richard Newell, Daniel Sanford, Rushing Waters Yoga, The Conductor, Marilyn James, and Brittany, the Granny Bee Harrison.
Guys, you can find the Nerd Cave on a variety of platforms such as YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. You can get the bite-sized nuggets over on TikTok. You can get it live each and every week here on Twitch, or you can go over to YouTube and get the chopped up version, the here's the facts, nothing but the facts version. Mm-hmm. All you got to do, put Nerd Cave Network in any of these places, and you'll find us. You will find us.
Yes.
And guys, our game of the month this month is Rise of the Tomb Raider. Come be a part of that. People are already jumped into it. Dan and Brandon have already went headlong into it. Me?
Our game warriors.
Me? No, I haven't even finished the first one.
And okay, it's what I played because I know we didn't do it in pre-show, but I did play that for my PlayStation 5 this week, so
Well, I did not play Ghost of Tsushima. It's been a hot minute since Zach has traveled the island, searched for foxes, and killed Mongols.
Jin shakes his head at you.
Well, you're like my uncle.
No.
Yeah. You're like the uncle. I don't care if I disappoint you.
I mean, that's a fair point, but
Guys, we've got a stellar show for you today. We're going to be talking about the PlayStation Showcase that just happened today, plus a little bit of PlayStation news and our quick hits. We got a lot to go through. We're going to be watching trailers, getting our comments. We want you part of this. So anything that you think of, what you think of the trailers and everything, we want to see them in the chat. So let's get into it, Derek. The first thing up on the PlayStation Showcase is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands gameplay shown, and the release date is set for March 25th, 2022. So we're
early. March is starting to get stacked.
Man, February, March. Whoo.
R.I.P. wallet.
Yeah. I hope y'all got deep pockets because they coming for that.
Or have great credit rating.
Yeah, that too. Get that GameStop credit card, guys. It won't hurt you. It will.
Don't do it.
It will. Trust me. I've got one. So let's take a check on this. Here's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and I'm sure y'all will see what this game looks like. Similar to
full disclosure, I have seen none of the trailers, so this will be my virgin eyes seeing it for the first time.
So you're like Madonna.
Sure.
Anyway,
I don't know where you're going with this, but sure.
let's get into it.
Darkness washes over the land. Dun dun dun.
Da, da, da.
Dragon Lord has returned!
Fools! Your party of heroes can't stop me.
Who's ready to rickety roleplay? Spoiler? It's you, baby.
I forget if it's Ashley Birch or Laura Bailey, but whoever voices Tiny Tina is great. Oh, this is very anime.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Land Shark.
I love the magic plus the guns.
Right. They embrace their zaniness.
You know, some of you may be asking, Tina, why are there guns in a fantasy world? And I am just so glad you asked because shut up your face and get shooting!
Loot. I like
Yeah.
it. They have an actual loot. That's funny. And of course, the reign of the gear. And the butt stallion.
You ready, newbie?
Time for character sheets, baby!
All right. So, Derek, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands? Amy says, love the look of this game. It's very unique.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Borderlands has always been built on the zany, the wacky, the humorous, and tons of loot, and especially guns. But the fact that they're adding a D&D twist in here, which it looks like they're trying to do a board game implementation, but it also looks like real-time Borderlands gameplay.
Yeah.
But you know, just having a D&D flair, like never played D&D, don't really care for D&D. Sorry, not sorry. But it definitely has that feel, and it merges the two lores together so perfectly. And when can I buy the soundtrack? And just specifically that song for the trailer.
I
'Cause
know.
I need to add that to my playlist.
I know that is such a dope song. Like I was just jamming. I was like, man, we're fixing to go on an adventure. Like I feel like
Right.
Naruto's about to show up, or you know, even Goku, like we're about to kick butt.
Right.
It looks great. Yeah, it is. You know, I think with it being a fresh take on the Borderlands world, like they're doing something
Yeah.
different. I'm excited because I know a lot of people love Borderlands, but the third one had kind of a rough go at it. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that this one is going to be a little bit different. And I might even play it. I wouldn't play Borderlands, but I might play this just because it's unique.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked
Yeah.
because I almost said I'm curious about it,
You're right.
but I'm stoked.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
So-
coming out March 25th, 2022. Guys, the next game that we saw in the showcase is called Project Eve. This game is a little bit mix of a few different games. We'll take a look at it just a little bit. It's like a 4-minute long video, but we will not watch all of it. I will tell y'all that. So y'all
Yeah.
get a little taste of it. And there's a rating. Very Bayonetta kind of feeling.
Oh.
She'd be dead. I'm just saying. She's out in
Yeah.
space
I'm gonna say in a vacuum.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not Superman.
She'd be dead. She'd be dead.
Yeah.
Um,
DED. No re.
mm,
All right.
I think
That's very Devil May Cry.
feels like they're almost going biblical with the angel with a bunch of eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
인류를 구원하려는 신성한 의무를 다하지 못하였습니다.
I didn't know this was subtitled. All right.
Yeah. Let's jump a little bit further. Get y'all a little bit of actual gameplay.
Yeah. Y'all can go back and watch this on your own time. No offense.
Yeah, it feels very Bayonetta and Nier Automata. All right, Derek. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on Project Eve?
It's very stylish. It's definitely by a new company, but you could definitely see they take a lot of inspiration from a lot of the other flashy action titles like we've talked about. So, I mean, it looks cool. I don't know if it's something for me necessarily, but like I do like the combat in Devil May Cry. So,
You know, guys, the next one, and I was very intrigued the first time that we saw this because
right.
it has like the feel of Final Fantasy, but it's something fresh and new, a new world. We got to see a new trailer for Forspoken. Shows off dragons, magic, and the story. And
Yep.
we're just gonna jump into it, guys, because I want y'all to. This one's a 3-minute video. We might jump around a little bit, but so y'all can see some of this.
I'll let you in on a secret, but I'm a pretty big deal.
Did you know she's a pretty big deal?
We are
Real.
getting out of the city.
Real big
Yeah.
deal.
Promise we'll go somewhere that loves cats.
Yeah, for lunch.
Thanks. Clean air.
It looks amazing. Like it looks
Yeah.
like the textures and everything. It looks really good.
The actual fuck.
Some of these are going to be mature rated trailers, so we excuse the language, of course.
Yeah. Jump back through, girl. You about to get stuck.
Yep.
Jump back through.
Stop.
You just jump. Like people like, have you never watched a movie? You know what I mean? It's like go through a portal, you go back through if you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Where on earth is this?
Then there would be no story.
Yeah, true.
Technically not Earth. Well, not what you would call Earth, anyway.
I swear to God, asshole, show yourself.
Show myself. I've shown.
Where are you?
Right here, at the end of your arm.
Is he about to be like Dinklebot from Destiny?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what
Is that the 10 rings?
I'm seeing a freaking girl.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop. Did I just?
That's dope looking.
We did.
I just.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah. Okay, that is something I do now.
The traversal looks great, guys.
I'll probably find it.
Right.
No, you're just being ridiculous.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
too far. Good to know there was a line.
Dang. Like that water where it's like boom, like that's so dope. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
You are the only
So what we're seeing is she's the Avatar.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're the one that's planning on facing off with Sylar.
Korra confirmed, guys. I'm kidding.
Sylar is the strongest and most formidable of all the Taunters. You will be doing our land a great service by killing her.
That's pretty dope.
Wow.
They show the person that they're talking about. Yeah, that one looks dope. Spring 2022.
Yeah.
Again, another like in that first quarter, like it is going to be stacked.
Mhm.
Amy says the magic graphics, like the fire, were really cool. Yeah, the graphic fidelity, amazing. Like I'm
Yeah.
stoked for it. What do you think, Derek?
It looks, the story behind it is very intriguing because, when we first saw it, we just thought it was someone like in this realm, but now it's like, oh, someone displaced to another reality, and it's like a modern person. But if it seems like you're watching a movie plot play out where someone gets transported to another world, or like an anime plot, an isekai, where someone gets transported to another world and they don't know what the heck's going on, and they're just like, oh, I have these awesome powers, let's go.
Yeah, it looks cool. I want to know more of the story, like the little bit that we got in this one. It makes
Yeah.
me more intrigued to see where they're going to take it and the
Right.
possibilities of the magic, because we had fire, we had ice, we had water, we had earth as well. Like, like
Mhm.
she was controlling, like she was like picking up stones and then shot them like a gun. Like it was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah. So
All right, guys.
we'll see. About to say spring next year, so we'll see how it does.
Yeah. Next up, guys, is Rainbow Six Siege Extraction. We got a new trailer during the showcase, so let's take a look at this one. This one is rated M for mature. We might, it's only a minute and 59. We might watch all of it. We might not.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Real quick. I was literally about to say Murdoch pops up in the chat, and he just did right before I said.
He had a feeling in his bones. He had a feeling in his bones that we're about to watch Rainbow Six. He's like, I feel it. My body is ready.
Murdoch has entered the chat, and he literally did. Real quick, the trailer, like I watched it through stream, but the trailer is not showing up on my end on Discord, by the way, or at least the Forspoken one didn't.
Okay, let me try. Let me go again. Let me get you up there so you can. So you were just talking trash the whole time. You didn't even know. You were just like going off me, right?
No, I watched it through the stream.
Oh, okay.
I just had to watch it delayed,
Yeah. Well, Murdoch, we're glad that you're here. All right, let's take a look at the trailer, guys.
Team Rainbow has been the shield against the worst global threats imaginable. Hostage situations, biological weapons, the threat of nuclear war. But now, we face the greatest terror our world has ever known.
Can I see your manager? The greatest terror in the world.
Alien
Well, you
dog just morphed
are.
into an army of Karens.
Yeah, exactly. See, look at them. They got the hairstyle. I thought he was about to do the 1,000 Years of Pain. God, she's so
I thought he was too. With a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, there will be some painful. Lord.
Whatever it takes. As one.
And then, of course, the gunk.
Together, we fight for our future.
Like, I like the new, like, the various types of enemies.
Yeah, it's definitely plentiful. Other than like in the event they had just like that one like berserker type monster that you had to fight. And they still have that enemy type in this game too. So so still coming January. I'm surprised they haven't given an actual day yet in January, but probably closer to time.
Yeah, it looks cool. Did they take a page out of
Take a page.
Possibly, like it does have like some Left 4 Dead vibes to it.
Yeah.
But with the gameplay, it is definitely going to be more Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah.
Murdoch, you're our guy here on this game. What are your thoughts? Are you stoked? Are you like we're curious. Derek, what did you think of it though?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I feel like it's getting to the point of Deathloop where I've seen enough of this game to know what it is. So, it's definitely intriguing. I definitely like it. It's definitely something different. It's in the Siege universe, so I know people sometimes have to turn off for people. It's like, I'll say I'll just play Siege. I'm like, no, but this is with aliens and monsters. Like, play it.
Yeah, I want to see more. I want to get like a beta on this. I want to get like a hands on before Rainbow Six Siege was not my game. So
yeah,
I don't know, like going after aliens, like are they going to just be us going against the aliens? Are other players going to like be the ones controlling the aliens? I'm not sure what the game loop is going to be here. Murdoch says, well, the fact that we just keep getting videos, it's better to have a good gameplay to keep me intrigued. Yeah, we're just getting some CGI.
We didn't show it, but I mean, during the E3 thing, they did put up like on YouTube like almost a 10-minute video of like gameplay. So I know you can check it out on like their YouTube channels and whatnot. They do have some gameplay out there, but I know we need to see more of it. And all the different modes, they need to show off those too. Like it'll probably be closer to time, like around November, December is probably when they'll talk about and show all the different modes. But we do need to get a little bit more feel of the gameplay for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But a game that we've gotten so much gameplay, so many iterations that it's literally spanned 3 console generations so far. My Lord, this thing does not stop. It and Skyrim just keeps going.
Right.
Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online next gen upgrade has been delayed until March 2022. Another game hitting spring of next year.
Yeah.
And the standalone version of Online will be available to PlayStation 5 players with a PlayStation Plus membership for the first 3 months. They do have a trailer on here. We know what GTA 5 looks like by now, guys.
Right.
We're not going to spend time on this.
So,
Derek, any thoughts on GTA 5 coming to PlayStation 5?
I mean, because it was slated for November, it did shock me a little bit that they delayed it all the way to March. But then again, with work from home conditions and with COVID, ramping up again, especially across different countries and whatnot, it doesn't surprise me because if they have to work from home again, that probably hampers a lot of what they can do. But I do like this offering. I do hope, because I know they said up until release, which was November, PS4 owners get $1 million of Shark Cash, every month, as long as they have an active PS Plus membership. I assume they're going to extend that till the March release now. But the fact that, I didn't know that I don't want to say I didn't know. Maybe I just forgot that GTA Online was getting a standalone release like Red Dead Online did. It is cool that PS5 owners do get first 3 months free through PS Plus.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're lumping that in together because, with you're paying so many subscriptions, it's a nice little ganache on the top of it.
Yep.
Moving.
Nice.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say nice little cherry on top.
No cherries here.
I like ganache better.
Zoe, I don't want more GTA 5. I want GTA 6. You and me both, Zoe. You and me both. I played GTA for the story, and GTA 5 story was great. But I played that story. Now I want the next one. Give me the next one.
Hey, we got a couple more years, so
another 10 years, it feels like. Moving on, guys, to our next one. A game that I have little hopes for, but this trailer does look better than the last time we saw this game. New Ghostwire Tokyo trailer looks trippy, but it still has no release date. Now, Derek, have you taken a gander at this one so far?
No, but because I know you're down on it. I was kind of down on it too the last time we saw it. But if you say you like the trailer, I'm definitely intrigued. But I have not yet.
I did not say I like the trailer. I said it looks better than it did. It's a difference.
Fair enough.
It's a difference.
Anything positive you say about it, that definitely is like a good thing for me.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's check out Ghostwire Tokyo's new trailer. Thank you, Brandon, for the tier 1 gifted sub.
Yep. Beat me to it.
Ah!
All right.
Slender Man.
Something.
What's that?
All right, we got this ominous fog. It looks like
See, they all look
might
like
be the
Slender
source of
Man.
whatever.
It does look better. I will say that.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's like some kind of claymation.
Critical work. People always decry the truth. When forced,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The traversal, like,
still your fear. I will be her salvation.
All right, Death Stranding.
I was about to say, is that the bad guy from Spider-Man 1?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Negative.
Yeah.
Of transformation. A new age will dawn.
Okay, so it does look better.
Yeah.
It does look better.
So for sure, definitely, especially the character, the enemy models. You know, like that one enemy they kept showing like in the raincoat, just like having like spaz attacks or whatever. I'm just like, this ain't it.
Yeah, and kind of fleshing out the story more in this trailer and giving like a purpose to all of this, like, helps me. Like, not just like, well, this is another like weird, zombie horror game. Murdoch saying it's
Right.
Resident Evil Japan. It reminds me of Fatal Frame a little bit, like the way that it's kind of like setting like the enemies and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, like, for anyone who's seen the Tokyo Ghoul anime, it definitely gives vibes, especially with the people in the masks type of thing, because that's very prevalent in Tokyo Ghoul. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Just the first two seasons. Don't watch it's trash. But yeah, so it's very Tokyo Ghoul meets Yakuza meets, Fatal Frame. So a lot of Japanese lore games in there for sure.
Yeah. So, with them not giving a release date, they could polish a little bit more, and
Yep.
it could be a solid game. Will Zach play it? No. You might want to play it, but not Zach. But there you go, guys.
Yeah.
At least I'm not trashing the game after that trailer.
Right.
Because
At least we're not. At least we don't feel like we have to take an aspirin because it was so hard to watch.
what this next one surprised me. I was not like even thinking of this one on the radar here. We had a free-to-play vampire game called Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, and it will be arriving on PS5 later this year. There's a lot of PS5 games coming out, and guess what? There's not a lot of PS5s. Amy and you were talking about it earlier. But yeah, this one's called Blood Hunt, and it's a multiplayer game about vampires. So
they've done so many, like the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is the one that started all, and then all of a sudden all these spin-off games are coming out but they keep delaying Bloodlines 2, and it's like you keep putting out the spin-off games first, and it's like, where's the main game?
All right, let's check out Blood Hunt, everybody. I'm not sure what this rated, but there's blood in it. It's literally in the title.
You about to say it's gonna be mature.
And of course, you play as
Yep, all the different customization options, of course.
different types of vampires. Feed.
Let me touch your skin.
This is kind of like Blade.
All right. Right.
Like that kind of vampire and everything. And then you got Nosferatu. Nosferatu.
Right.
That's dope. Bruja.
Bruhaha.
Got like he's like the Bruiser Brody.
Right. It looks like you got the Tamer, I guess.
And then you've got the humans.
We'll take back our city from the Scourge.
All right, Derek. Thoughts?
I mean, with it being like a multiplayer game, don't know if I'll play it necessarily. Like, if they have a beta, I'll try it for sure. But it looked cool, like with all the different factions. Because I know with Bloodlines 2, before it had to get delayed indefinitely, they kept doing trailers about all the different vampire factions. So it looks like they're bringing some of that into this game, and to have it play out with different, types. But I want to see how the humans are going to play, because I'm sure they're going to have like a tank, a sniper, and whatnot. But how are the humans going to have, like, what abilities are they going to have to combat the vampires? Because they're going to have super strength, vision, stealth, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and teleportation. Like the humans are going to have something that will, equal
Level the playing field.
Level the playing field. Any type of these, like, you've got like the Predator game where you're hunting the Predator. You had the Friday the 13th game, Evolve. Like, there has to be a way to like level the playing field with like the regular players and the monsters, quote unquote. So it looks interesting. Not a game for me, but
right.
More power to you if you want to play it. This next game though, it looks so fun. It looks I'm just like, I feel ready to play this game and just enjoy it. And
one of those wholesome games.
It's like, when I started, I was like, I don't know. This feels like they're just trying to be, cutesy or whatever. But as it went along, I was like, okay, I got you.
It's something you didn't know you needed, like when Steve from Blue's Clues came on for the 20th or the 25th anniversary video.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of it, but I did see it.
Yeah,
I was a Blue's Clues kid.
Me too. So
not me, but anyway, the next game, I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to try it. Tchia is a game.
That's how I'd pronounce it.
Is a game inspired by the new Caledonia. And that lets you soul jump into animals. Lets you like that's the sound effect.
It's the mind transfer jutsu.
Yeah. And then we can get sidetracked into Naruto land here, but we won't, guys.
Oh yeah.
Let's jump in this trailer. You're gonna be like, man, this looks so cool. Not cool, Q.
Q with a K. All right, Last of Us Part 2.
I thought she was like about to kill the bird the first time I saw this.
With the ominous music. They were just happy little friends until they weren't.
Till the Fire Nation invaded. But it's like, you get to like, oh, look at that, the cuteness.
I know, with the little flower.
Diyak, kaloy chungna Philip Meapur.
Ji?
Sampai muna nyawak. Ite yang azo ikuhu ni angage. Alishi, lo tadi nenapet.
Che Oriti.
That was cool.
Watch this.
Oh, you can pet the crab. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Jen didn't pet no crab.
Right.
I'm sold on the game coming out PS5, PS4. Like, it gives me, it's not Concrete Genie, but it gives me that kind of like indie vibe that Concrete Genie
Yeah,
had.
definitely like right. I'm trying to think of a more apt comparison, but I can't think of one right now. But yeah, I like it, especially like the soul job. Like you're gonna have to do that to solve puzzles, obviously. And I like the story premise because it's like one of those like peaceful islanders who have lived there the whole life, and then they talk about the bad man, but that, and you see like smokestacks or whatnot. So it's like industrialization, and I'm sure there's like going to be mining for resources, and they're going to have to pretty much fight to keep them from destroying their island.
Yeah, I can't wait for it, guys. Let me know what y'all think of down in the chat. Like, would you pet a crab?
Definitely a stream-worthy game for you in the future.
Oh yeah. That is that's a Zach game. I will tell you, that is a Zach game.
Yeah.
100%. Next up, guys, we've got Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy gets a sassy new trailer ahead of its launch. Let's take a look at it. Doop-a-doop-boop-boop-boop.
I'm ready for this game too.
Mm-hmm.
So much Marvel stuff lately.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. You came here seeking truth. Rejoice. The matriarch wishes to share it with you. United in the light of belief, all suffering, all grief will end. Oh! Ah! Ah!
Why is Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah, I think I'm having a heart attack. Cease this at once. Fine. Osmo! How you doing, buddy?
Distractions don't work just like in the movies.
During that ritual with the priest, they kept talking about a promise.
It was like they were drinking funky juice or something.
Or joined the cult.
So let us investigate for you.
Is Jim Jones the leader?
Hey, world mind.
Maybe.
Long time no see.
The current probability of defeating the
Universal Church of Truth is
0.3%.
Is that bad?
I like those odds.
I hope you've got one hell of a speech plan, Peter.
That makes two of us. Follow me!
I hope we get to like fly the ship.
Yeah. I'm sure if they have any like space combat, we will.
By rejecting the promise, you have proven yourselves unworthy, and you must...
Unworthy.
That was completely intentional. The Milano's on her way. Thanks, bud.
Groot always there to help him out.
Yep. Close at hand. October 26th, guys. This year will be out and about. How does it make you feel, Derek? You feel tingly?
I definitely like that we got more of what the overall story is, because we've been getting trailers showing off like some of the other characters in the universe, like Lady Hell something. Oh my god! But I'm not well versed in the deep lore of Guardians of the Galaxy outside of what we've seen in the movies so far. But I'm intrigued. Like the even if I don't know a lot, I'm still intrigued if they make it a good story. I wonder if the energy because we saw a tease of this character at the end of Guardians 2, but I wonder if they're going to flesh him out in the game first, and that's going to be Adam. So I wonder if all the energy they were gathering to form Adam
Warlock.
Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Adam Warlock. Yeah,
like Adam Warlock is a huge character. Like he's one of the reasons they were able to defeat Thanos in the Infinity Saga.
Right.
He actually gets the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics and everything. So like,
right.
If they're doing that, that's awesome. This gives me like Doctor Who vibes. There's a church in Doctor Who that it's like a pivotal part of Matt Smith's like time as the Doctor and everything, especially the end. It gives me very, very like those kind of vibes and everything. So Like
Yeah.
this game looks great. Looks like a ton of fun. Combat looks different than like our Avengers combat that we got in Marvel's Avengers, which I'm glad. I know
Yeah.
they're focusing more on you just playing as Peter Quill, Star-Lord. So
Right.
I'm hoping that we're getting some space combat, and seeing how the gameplay loop is going to work and everything. And Zoe said
we'll definitely find out in a month and a half.
yeah, Zoe said that she would 100% pet a crab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it was willing, it's like if it raises its claw like I pinch, then I wouldn't pet you because I don't want to get.
How was that, Derek?
vice
How
grip.
was that again?
I pinch.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted. I went to you full screen so I could get that. I pinch on there.
Okay.
Moving on ahead. There was a trailer of something that was weird and about Radiohead. So I'll give you the deets. We're not going to watch the trailer because I want to get to the important things on the list.
Yeah.
Because
we hitting the good stuff now.
We hitting pay dirt. We hitting that pay dirt. Radiohead and Epic Games tease a mysterious collaboration called Kid Amnesia Exhibition. So there you go. There you go.
Epic Games is involved, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of Epic Games, they're involved with probably one of my favorite games of the second to last generation, the 360 generation, PlayStation 3. Alan Wake. My God, I get to talk about Alan Wake, guys. Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Remastered has officially been announced with gameplay shown coming October 5th. Guys.
That is right around the corner, sir.
It is. And if you've never played Alan Wake, I know, Derek, you started it. Did you ever finish it?
No.
Tisk, tisk. Tisk, tisk. Well, guys.
Hey, but now with the remaster coming, I definitely get to try it out.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys, let's look at the Alan Wake remaster. Here we go. I love this game so much. I love this game so much.
It's coming for me. Whatever you do, don't go out in the dark. Stay in the light.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. A famous artist, no less.
Alice? Alice? My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
Last night I woke up to a nightmare. I was missing a week. What had happened to me? I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it. With it, I could save myself. I could save Alice.
Looks real good.
Yeah.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you.
Lord, him.
The axe guy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Oh.
So great.
Yep. All right, guys.
October 5th. And it's coming to PlayStation systems, both PS5 and PS4 for the very first time. Yep. It was originally just an Xbox exclusive. I know they had it on Game Pass for a while until I think about May, and then they took it off. But looks really good. I don't know if I missed it in the opening sequence there, but I don't know if it says it's coming with any of the DLC included with it.
I'm not 100% sure. It just says remastered, so I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's just the base game or if they're going to add the rest of
With
it.
it coming so close, I'm sure they would have said if it included the deal. They could always make a press statement later, obviously, but just my initial thoughts is if you put out a trailer with a date less than a month away, I feel like you would say it includes the DLC. But so if they don't say anything, I would assume they don't.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, guys, if you haven't tried Alan Wake, it is great gameplay and amazing storytelling.
And it's coming out during spooky season.
Yep. So I haven't played it since college, but now it's it's perfect timing, and it's a remaster. It's not a remake, so that they've
still looks good.
It still looks really good. So if you're into some psychological good storytelling, this is the game for you.
Now let me ask you, my good sir. I know you play. I know it was an Xbox exclusive, but are you going to play this on PlayStation, or are you going to keep it true and play it on Xbox again?
If I get it, I will get it on PlayStation. Like I've still got it on Xbox, like the original. Like I could re-download it and play it and everything. But yeah, I would go after them trophies.
Yeah, fair enough.
Go after them
So
trophies.
I'm so excited. Like the fact that, because we have been talking about this for goodness, like most of the year, I feel like rumors of Alan Wake getting the rights back, possible remasters or remakes, sequels. So it's finally good that we get some good news out of this.
Yeah, and with this remaster, maybe we'll actually finally get a
sequel.
Get a sequel, man. Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, well, they did say it was contingent on, if they were able to get rights to the first one and if it sold well. So,
hey,
maybe. We'll see.
Guys, go buy it. Trust me. You'll like it. You'll like
Go
it.
buy a copy for your friends, too.
Yep. And your mama. And your granny. All of them.
And your whole family.
Yep. Guys, this next announcement came out of left field. Hit you in the face.
Speaking of rumors we've been talking about for most of the year.
Yeah, like I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this one. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic has announced that they're doing a remake, not a remaster, a remake from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. And they teased it with this little bitty trailer right here. So let's take a look.
And it looks like it's exclusive because that's Sony's Interactive Entertainment.
Yep.
Wow. That's huge.
Because it was an exclusive to Xbox.
Yeah. PlayStation's like, my turn.
They promised power. Now they wield it. We face the greatest Sith in generations.
Whoa! 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 I felt like Kermit the Frog over here. My God. I don't know if y'all can. Okay, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna steal Derek's PS5. I'm gonna steal
good luck with
Derek's
that.
PS5. Okay, fully remake. This is a remake from the ground up. Like Revan looked flipping awesome. Like I cannot imagine how good this game is going to look. I'm curious to see how much they're going to change in the gameplay side of things. Because it wasn't fully turn-based, but it was like you would pick your skills and like you could freeze the game and then pick it for your whole party and target the different characters and everything. So I'm not sure if they're going to keep that or go with a more fluid style, with Dragon Age had Inquisition had a more of a fluid style of combat. And if even you go back to Jade Empire, you could do the same thing, but you had more real-time combat and everything. So I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but it would be awesome to get more of a real-time feel of the combat than what it has been. But in the end, there was a lot of people, if they changed the combat, they would riot.
Right, exactly. So, but I mean, we've seen it changed before with remakes of stuff. Like, what was the more recent one they did where it was just turn-based, but they made it more like live action or like fluid combat for the modern. So, I mean, I would say give the option to either one. You know what I mean? Oh, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
It was turn-based and they made it more fluid, but they still gave those hints every now and then to where you could plan out and map out character movement and what they need to do.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they went with more of that style, I think it'd be fine with fans. Plus, only the true, the minority of, ultimate fans want that, but the majority of people will be okay with the change, you know?
I'd be fine with the change. It would make it more realistic, it wouldn't slow down the action, but the game is very deep in its systems and everything, the meta of the game. So like being able to go back and forth, I'm totally fine with. I would love to not be slowed down as much in combat,
Right.
but be able to, like a bigger battle where I do need to plan stuff out, I can, stop it and plan things out with my crew and everything. But guys, it's happening. I hope you're excited. I'm excited.
The biggest, I'm about to say, when I saw this, I'm like, oh, Zach lost his mind. Like seeing that and Alan Wake, he's like, he don't know what to do with himself.
Dude, this whole conference was for Zach. I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, yeah. Especially toward the end. That's for me, too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but man, like the biggest thing that stuck out to me was when I saw Sony interact, because we saw Aspire, which is what, when we talked about it a few months ago, that was the studio rumored to be working on it. So it's true. But my biggest thing is Sony Interactive Entertainment seeing that watermark, and it's like they're like, all right, Xbox, you had your chance. Now it's our turn to have fun.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that PlayStation is getting more Disney-owned properties because they've handled things so well with Spider-Man. We're going to get to that in here in just a few minutes.
Not looking at you, EA.
Exactly. Like Sony is getting a chance to swing at this. So it's only going to get better, guys. Only going to get better. Next up, we had to have a little bit of a lull here. Gran Turismo 7 release date has been revealed for March 22, 2022.
Another March game. So
another March game. It looks good. I watched a little bit of Herman Hulst talking about this, where they've taken specific aspects of the various Gran Turismos that have been very popular and brought them into this game and everything. So let's take a look at it. It looks gorgeous, guys. I'm going to just tell you, it's a racing game. So if it didn't look gorgeous, there'd be a problem. And they went with this like organ music.
It's like, all right, are we a horror genre or are we a racing game?
It's very pretentious.
Especially for a series that hasn't had a really solid game in many a year. Cylinders are firing.
Murdoch, it's about pedigree, Zach. That's why organs.
Oh, and you can also say it's like it's also a play on it too, because you're seeing the inside of the car too, so you're seeing the organs of the car.
Oh. And then we changed total styles here.
Right. It's like, let's get serious.
So, like, they're introducing this kind of like not fully open world. This reminds me of Gran Turismo 2, like with the different aspects.
Oh.
I'm an old gearhead back in the day.
Yeah. I was gonna say more akin to like Need for Speed or The Crew.
I'm not sure how open world it's going to be, though.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be giant hub areas where you can do like missions, but
it's cool. You can like go all over the world, different tracks, see all of it.
Yeah.
Photo mode looks super extensive. Customization.
I mean,
I agree, Murdoch. Same here. Gran Turismo 2 was mine as well. I love 2. 2 was amazing. He's in 9th place. Like I learned from Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last.
Right. It's like, I have a feeling he's about to pull ahead and win, but it's like, why would you show off a gameplay trailer where they're in 9th place? Like, not a good showing. Ooh.
That looks dope. It's like Batmobile.
Right.
And then they put this, the real driving simulator. And I'm just like, oh, oh, we going there, aren't we, Gran Turismo?
Right.
The real
Right,
driving
right.
simulator.
We are going full pretentious.
You know, like, it looks great. You know, it's not a game for me. Like when I saw it, I was like, maybe I could get back into Gran Turismo. But anytime like I play a racing game, like I have a very short shelf life with a racing game.
Right.
If it was like Need for Speed Underground, then I could get back into it. But it's just the racing sims, not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea
Right.
at all. Derek, what did you think about it?
It was cool. It's not to sound pretentious, but you know, it's a racing game. It's going to look good. Never gotten into the Gran Turismo series, but it's good to see that they're actually trying to put some emphasis into the series again. Because I know 6 was lackluster after the stellar release, after the stellar numbers that 5 had did for so many years, and then Sport came out to many a problem with the servers. So it had good intentions, and it later, you know, got to a good point, but never really took off like they thought it would.
Yeah. Never took off. Stalled.
Never even got past the start line.
Yep. Moving on, guys, and this is another. We've talked about many of these things, but now they're finally confirmed. Uncharted 4: A Thieves End and Lost Legacy are getting remastered for the PlayStation 5 and PC, called Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, and will be coming early 2022. When I saw this, I was like, okay, I guess it's just 4 and Lost Legacy, which are great games, you know.
But it still raises the question to PC owners, like, if you're someone who invests time in story for the games, it's like you're going to be confused.
Yeah. Like they already have the remaster of the Drake, you know, the Nathan Drake trilogy or whatever. So I don't know why they don't just pop that over there. But anyway, here's the thing, the trailer. That's what it's called.
The biggest pirate treasure of all time is within our grasp.
Thieves End.
The Tusk of Ganesh? No, that's not
The Lost Legacy.
Did you ever play Lost Legacy?
Never did.
Dude, so
Still
good.
haven't played 4.
What?
Shush.
What?
Just for PS5 and PC. I know.
Digging around where we shouldn't.
Hang on!
Oh, crap!
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
Are you ready to seek your fortune?
Okay. I'm excited for this. I'm excited that PC players are going to play this. PlayStation 5 is getting...
Which confirms, because, you know, and it's nice because we have heard rumors that 4 was on the docket to be coming to PC too. Didn't know about Lost Legacy, but it's nice to know that they're getting 4. Still weird that you're not getting the first 3 games on PC, but maybe later.
Yeah. I hope that they bring it over, because like it needs, you know, the whole package.
Yeah.
Murdoch says, I'm still playing the first one. You need to play all. They're great. They're amazing. Derek,
So,
I don't know. I think it was with you. It might have been with Robbie. Do you remember the truck in the demo that just like kept like coming up like all the time? It might have been with Robbie.
Might have been with Robbie.
Like
so.
E3, it's like this truck just like kept showing up. It's like, dude.
Oh, you know, I mean, it might have been with Robbie, but I mean, I saw that same trailer.
It was just like, come on, man.
It's like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. It's like they just, when you think you shake them, it's like, nope, surprise.
Yeah, it's still a surprise that you haven't played it.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But you know, it's very, you know, with Spider-Man remastered, and then what's the other game? What's the other exclusive they remastered? I know the remake of the first Last of Us is in the works too, but it's like Sony is, even unlike the Wii U, you know, with Nintendo porting a lot of the Wii U games that were great over to Switch because Wii U didn't sell anything, Sony's like taking a page from their book too. And it's like, hey, you love these games. They sold really well on PS4. Play them again on PS5.
Yeah. Yeah. And not just like, okay, we just ported it. You know, it's they're upping the quality of them and bringing it to PC. I think that's a really smart idea. Get them to PC. They saw, you know, I remember when Xbox was like, hey, we're going to be bringing stuff to PC. Everybody was like, why? Why would you do that? That makes no sense. And now they see the success of Game Pass Ultimate, where it's Xbox, PC, and it collaborates, where it talks to each other and everything syncs up. You know, so PlayStation's like, hey, there's a ton of PC players that could be buying our games and we could make a lot more money. And then they bought a studio just for that. So there you go.
Exactly, to help with the ports. So, and Sony, this goes with their business plan and their roadmap they've been planning out since the beginning of the year. So kudos to them for sticking to their guns, even though they have bad business practices. But we'll get into that later.
Murdoch, you haven't played RE2, the original. The only Resident Evil that I've ever played is RE7, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
No, I think he was addressing like what you were reaming me for, which was not playing Uncharted 4.
Yeah, you haven't played Uncharted 4 or Golden Abyss. Well, you haven't played a Golden Abyss either. And you hadn't played Lost Legacy. So yeah, there you go, buddy. Who's the real Sony pony?
I mean, just because you have a dead system doesn't mean, you know, anything. Sony doesn't even want to remember Golden Abyss. Let's be honest.
Golden Abyss was awesome. Don't even at me. Anyway, we got too much. We got the big guns coming up, guys. The big ones are here. We've hit one big one with Star Wars. Alan Wake, I love it. It's not a big one. But the next one, guys, when they showed this, when it popped up, I was like, I would like,
and more so of who's making it too.
Yeah, I was very, very shocked with that. But guys, Marvel's Wolverine has been announced for the PlayStation 5 and will be developed by none other than Insomniac Games. Let's go.
They're just hitting on all cylinders.
Let's go, guys. That is hype. Let's get some hype in the chat for that. Wow! All right, let's watch this trailer. Because, like, at first, I was like, okay, who could this be?
Right.
But then it's like, I caught on pretty fast. Like, as soon as they showed that, I was like, yep, I know who this is.
Yeah.
Them big hair forearms.
Listen, bub. Listen, fool. You don't want you.
Well, he said,
"Do not take any hints."
Did you hear? He's like, "Listen, bub."
Right.
Wolverine, baby, in development for the PlayStation 5. Like, just seeing that right there, just like the claws, just like, okay. Insomniac making a stellar Spider-Man game, and then Miles Morales is really good as well. I am very, very excited about Wolverine. I'm wondering how violent it's going to be, because
let's be honest, you know it's going to be violent.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I'm not expecting like over the top gory, but I'm expecting like limbs being ripped off. Let's be fair.
Yeah. I hope it is worthy as well, Murdoch. I think it will be. I don't
mean, lately Insomniac can't do any wrong. I mean, like you said, they had 2018 Spider-Man, which sold gangbusters. Miles Morales, which was great in its own right, and then they just put out Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which was great as well. And so, the investment to buy Insomniac for Sony is looking better and better every time we turn around. And now it's like, are they going to become the Marvel studio for Sony, like exclusively?
I don't know if they will exclusively do Marvel, but clearly they're proving their worth here with getting Spider-Man and doing really well, and the new Miles Morales, and now turning around and getting Wolverine, which Spider-Man and Wolverine are like the cream of the crop over at Marvel. I'm just saying, like, those are the two most iconic characters. So I remember, I don't know if you ever played it, but there was a Wolverine game that Mark Hamill voiced back in the day. it was
Probably not.
It was I want to say it was Mark Hamill that did this one, but it was X-Men Wolverine Origins. It was a tie-in game for the movie, but it was nothing like the movie. The movie was god awful.
Actually better.
Yeah, the game though was amazing. Like you started off and you were younger and you had like the bone claws, and as you got damaged, you would like lose part of like your skin and everything. Like you would look damaged, and as you healed, like your body would heal and everything. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So like I've got like a reference. Like it was one of those kind of like campy like superhero games back in the early Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era and everything. But like that's a reference. But I know Insomniac will do awesome, because that leads us to the next one, guys. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 has been announced with a tease of Venom will be coming 2023 and will have Yuri Lowenthal and Najee Jeter returning to voice Peter and Miles respectively, and Tony Todd voicing Venom. And guys, if you don't know,
that was huge in its own right.
Yeah, I didn't know it was Tony Todd until I read that right there. But Tony Todd, Candyman, he's done Zoom, which before, man, I wish they would have never unmasked Zoom. Like before that, it was just like he was just this monster, and just the voice. I was anyway, guys. Let's jump into this trailer. I'm over here just getting into it. My body's ready.
So great.
And this is footage captured in the PlayStation 5.
For as long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal. One.
You know who that's speaking? Sounds like Craven.
One who could.
Oh.
And they're kind of dressed like Craven's goons would be dressed.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's go, baby.
This disappointment. Will one of you finally give me what I desire?
Oh yeah, that's Tony Todd.
We will.
We are Venom.
Guys, let's get it. Let's go. Let's go.
I got chills, baby. I got chills.
Man, that
has to be Craven, because when you mentioned that, I'm like, yes, that does sound like he's like, will you give me the challenge I deserve? I'm like, yes, Craven is all about the hunt.
Yeah, he's all about the hunt. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Venom. Like, will Venom be a playable character? Like, we've played as Spider-Man, we've played as Miles Morales, and then it's like, yes, we will. Talking about, Venom, Eddie Brock in there. I'm curious, will we get Venom as a playable character in this one?
Maybe. I bet Murdoch says, I bet Venom will have a small played part. Probably.
Yeah. Like, I know Venom is like one of the most well-loved anti-heroes. He was a villain originally, but he's like one of the most well-loved anti-heroes in the Spider-Verse and everything. But Tony Todd as Venom, whoo,
yeah, perfect.
Great choice. Great choice.
And it's like I said, Insomniac, like that investment Sony made is looking better and better. And I had talked about it with my boss. When we were going over theories for the PlayStation Showcase, right? And I'm sitting here going, I feel like we'll get a teaser for Spider-Man 2, but it won't be for another few years, which I was right. I didn't think we'd get a tease of Venom. I didn't think we'd get a voiceover of what sounds like Kraven the Hunter, but I mean, I am stoked. And like I said, I want to know who in Insomniac is rubbing the right elbows with Marvel to get Spider-Man, to get Wolverine, let alone exclusively to Sony, or just exclusivity, period. Like, I want to know who's rubbing the elbows, because they need to get a raise.
I agree 100%, and I hope that it's Shuhei Yoshida. Bring Shuhei back. He's full of grace.
Right.
With all of that said, 2023, get here faster, because one, superconductors hopefully will be back in stock, and two,
You hope.
and two, we'll be getting Spider-Man 2, and I cannot wait. But there's one.
Right.
The
pace de resistance.
Yes. Guys, I thought Spider-Man 2, I was like, okay. We can end it here. But
Sony goes, wait, we have one more thing.
God of War Ragnarok officially has revealed with a new gameplay trailer, guys. Let's get lit, fams. Here we go. We're watching 3 minutes and 16 seconds of this one because, guys, it is awesome. Derek, are you ready?
We haven't spoken about this, but there will be an unwritten rule that I have one veto per show, and this is it. I don't care if the world is on fire. We watching this whole trailer.
All right, here we go. So you want me to talk all the way through this one, right?
I'm not even going to respond to that. That music.
Atreus is older.
Time is running out. The
Ooh.
Winter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with God.
I don't want to fight.
Freya.
Yep.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard,
maybe that.
Welcome, Jess.
Wow.
what mother wanted.
Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere.
Did you miss that?
Yeah, I missed it. I'm
Mir
sorry.
Mir was riding with his mouth.
Because of course.
You mean Tyr,
Oh, a sled.
the old god of war in these lands, who is dead.
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
If he's out there, we gotta find him.
Come in.
Oh, wow. Wow.
We're trying to stop Ragnarok, to help people. And what if the only way to do that is war?
It's like these toad creatures.
Yeah.
War is not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
Yep. All right.
Calm and reasonable person.
Oh!
Are you a calm and reasonable person?
Where do I know that name from? Where do I know that voice from?
He's from
In moments of crisis,
it's like a motorcycle gang show.
panic does nothing.
So, oh, is that Oh my God!
Let it so.
Is that Beta from The Walking Dead?
I'm not sure. I know he was in Son of Anarchy.
Yeah, like the tall guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Holy cow, that's such a great voice for Thor.
They found Tyr, by the way. Watch this.
Ooh.
You'll get your answers soon enough.
Oh, hi!
Well, some of them.
Holy cow. Wow, I am so ready for this.
Now,
By the way, that...
Go ahead.
Hold on. I gotta... Okay, never mind. I don't know who that girl is.
She's the last giant. Like the actual last giant. Yeah. Get hype, fam.
To each their own, Murdoch, but I like the combat. It's not as fast paced, but I do like it.
Yeah, after what was that Ascension? I'm done with like the old old combat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, dude,
my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like going on the journey to find Tyr, I was listening to, there was an interview with the director of the game, and they had Cory Barlog on as well, which Cory is not directing this game. It was very coy with like what he was working on. It sounds like he's not fully working on Ragnarok. But
Ooh, he might be, and who knows how much of a, like, if, I wonder if this is going to be a full sequel or if this is just going to be like a Miles Morales type of game.
The way they kind of stated this was, this is the almost end cap to the Norse saga and everything. So he might be working on, because he might be working on like the Egyptian saga. We might be going to Egypt next.
He did say he did have, because they teased that in the game, and Tyr did travel to other realms, so that's probably gonna tie in at some point.
Yeah. Well, Murdoch, why they took the gameplay this way, it's more of a modern take on it. It lends better with the storytelling, because like the storytelling in this game is more heavy. It's more thematic and everything. So it's not just, just, oh, I'm whipping my chains around, what you do eventually get the chains, but the combat is another engine to help tell the story, unlike the other where the story was just to get you to another fight. And the first three, which I'm not saying the first three didn't have a good story, but it wasn't like about the story and everything.
Ryan Hurst is the name of the actor, by the way.
Okay. And they did confirm that we are going to see Odin in Ragnarok. He is going to be a big part of it. They've cast him. I can't remember the name of the guy that they cast, but he's going to be a big part of it. And Odin and Thor are going to be more like their mythological counterparts instead of their Marvel Studios counterparts. Like Thor is going to be redheaded. He's going to be kind of more of a wild type guy. He's going to be left-handed. He's not going to look anything like Chris Hemsworth. And then Odin, he's not going to live in a big fancy palace. Like he like lives in the woods. Like he's totally different and everything. So
yeah. Wow, that's, man. And like when I heard that voice, I'm like, I know you. And you don't sound like, I immediately wanted to say Josh Brolin, but I'm like, no, that's not deep. That's not Josh Brolin. I'm just like, but I know you. But man, that's great stuff. And it's like, I have so many questions about the lore. Like, that end shot where Tyr stands up.
Yeah, I know. He's just like, dang, that's a big boy.
That reminded me, and I know it's like a little inside joke, but that reminded me of the first time I met Judah.
Oh, yeah. Just like keeps going.
I look up, I'm like, hi.
Yeah, I'm stoked for it. New enemies. We've got like this dragon, like lizard thing that was attacking Kratos. We've got like frog people, like we're in like this marshland and everything.
And then that last giant girl, like, how is she going to factor in? Like, so many questions, and it was so worth, like, that didn't feel like 3 minutes, but it was great.
No, like, it just kept going, and getting a sled that you can ride around on, because, like, everything's frozen in Midgard.
I'm about to say, you can't take the boat through that.
Yeah, so, like, having, like, a sled, it's really, really cool. And Atreus trying to find out who is Loki. That's going to be one of the main beats, and like the friction that we have again, for a different reason between Atreus and Kratos. Kratos is wanting to protect his son from something that he has went through, battling the gods and all of that. Is like he doesn't want that to be his life.
Nope.
So.
And because people are probably going to poo-poo. It's like, oh, Atreus and Kratos are just fighting again. That's going to be their trope. And I'm like, the first one was Kratos establishing a relationship with a child that he didn't have in the original trilogy. And that was him finding his way with how to be a father, how to be a better person, how to be more human. And this one is going to be Atreus's coming of age. But basically this is going to be his adolescence, like finding his own path, becoming his own person.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they aged Atreus up here, that he's not just, like 10, 12, something like that. Like he's in his like, not older teens,
Right.
but like
he's not Ash Ketchum where he's like 10 for 20 years.
Yeah. So like him being a little bit older, that that brings in that like I know better than my parents kind of vibe and everything.
Right.
So I cannot wait. I know I've said that about all of these games so far, guys.
And of course, everyone's going to be like, where's the date? Look, we've been through this before.
Yeah.
We went through this with the first Horizon. We went through this with Horizon 2. We went through this with the first God of War, Spider-Man. Like, name all the big exclusives. We've gone through this. When they are ready, they will show a date. I'm just glad we got gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought, because other than this, we had just seen a teaser trailer with some voiceover and then the logo.
Yep.
We hadn't seen, like, I thought we'd just get a CG trailer and that's it, but we got that and we saw gameplay. So I am definitely stoked. If they're this far along, I feel like, because there's, it got delayed till next year.
Yeah.
I'm still hesitant about that because Horizon Forbidden West finally has a release date in February. It could be the summer game. Like, it's not out of the realm that Sony puts out 2 big AAA games in the same year. They did it with God of War and Spider-Man in the same, but it was like 3-4 months apart. They could do that. They could put this out in May or June, or even put this out in September and totally make it in the same year, which would be great for me. Because then it's like, I don't need anything else. I've got my 2 games of the year right there.
Well, and, like you think about it, it's like, okay, we get Horizon, and they might not want to be over, shadowing Horizon with a date for God of War. It's like, okay, we're going to push and we're going to focus on Horizon. Horizon comes out, and then they announce, okay, God of War, September. Boom, done.
Yeah.
And then that leaves room for 2023 to be Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
And whatever game
and whatever else.
Yeah. So I think that's a good idea. Like we get Spider-Man 2 and then we get another showing from Naughty Dog. We get whatever next thing that they're going to do. So, or
kind of surprised because I thought I heard a leak where the Factions multiplayer would be shown off and they didn't do that. So a little intrigued. So where's that going to be? But hey, the story is fantastic. So the multiplayer can take its time.
Yep. So guys, that is all the PlayStation news. But guys, we're not done. We're not done. We got some quick hits for you.
Nope.
And Derek is going to bring them hot and heavy like Roy Jones Jr. back in the day.
Right. So start off because there was some backlash after Horizon Forbidden West got a release date. There wasn't a upgrade path or whatnot. People cried out for that, and after backlash, Sony will offer a free upgrade for Horizon Forbidden West from PS4 to PS5 on the standard edition, because you had to buy the the higher up editions to get that, and it gives you both versions of the game. Now the standard will, because a little bit of backstory, because I told you this, because I thought, okay, they'll do a $10 upgrade from PS4 to PS5. Apparently they didn't even offer that, so they just said you have to pretty much buy the game twice. But people did some digging, and I had forgotten about this, and they found a statement where Sony did say that they would offer a free upgrade for PS4 to PS5 version of Horizon. And so after that got brought up to light, they said, all right, you got us. We'll honor our word. We kind of tried to slid it under the rug, but we're going to honor it. And I know people are like, why do people want free stuff all the time? And I'm like, it's not so much as wanting a free game. It's more of like sticking to your word.
Yeah.
If you tell me, because they showed the statement, like they went back into the blog and showed a statement verbatim that Sony did say this. It's not like someone just overheard this or like misquoted them and now they have to pay the price for it. They put that in the PlayStation blog. So it's it's a thing of morals. Like, stick to your guns. Like, if you're going to say this, now you can totally say, hey guys, we kind of changed our mind about this. But it was more of the fact that they tried to slide this under the rug and like do like the, look in my hand while they do something over here kind of trick,
Yeah.
And I don't blame fans for getting upset. Like, if you tell me now, if you said that, oh, you will have to charge $10 for the upgrade from the beginning, I'm totally fine with that. They need to make their money too. It's 10. You can debate why the games on PS5 are $10 more for exclusives. That's a whole nother argument. But it's the fact of, you said this, stick to it. Don't pee on me and tell me it's raining. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of sticking to your guns. Now, they did say, after they did this, Sony did say that they will no longer offer free upgrades to PlayStation first party titles after Horizon releases, which I'm fine with. Now, I do think you need to add a $10 upgrade, like a lot of these other companies are doing. I don't care. I don't care if you want to charge more, but just I'm rather okay paying $10 than paying another $70 after I paid $60 or whatever for the game,
Mm-hmm.
So, after that little rant, the rumor is a PS5 Pro will be out by late 2024, and reportedly will be aiming at 8K gaming and will cost between $600 and $700. And then PlayStation acquires Firesprite, another studio acquisition, who worked on games like The Playroom and Playroom VR, and will be the lead team on several development projects.
PlayStation coming in with more acquisitions. I remember Xbox a few years ago, like the E3 conference where they announced like, oh, we got like 13, properties.
And then like at their little fan fest event, they announced they about another 2.
Yeah.
So it was just like every event they kept adding more and more.
Yeah. So I'm excited that PlayStation is doing more of that. And hopefully, that they will work on something that, a lot of people will want to play. Support your VR. Support your VR, PlayStation, with good games.
So let me, since we got just a minute here before we get to the quick hits, let me ask you a question, my good sir.
Yep.
Do you think, because, there's been, I don't know if I have it in the quick hits or not, but there was a thing that, I think I do have it, but they're saying that the chip shortage could last until September of next year now. Do you think, because I know now Sony is having to backtrack and put PS5 exclusives on the PS4, or give them PS4 versions, like with God of War, with Gran Turismo and whatnot. Do you think that because if this chip shortage lasts, eventually it will end. Eventually we will see light at the end of the tunnel. Do you think that this generation, because of circumstances, will last longer than we expect?
I think that it will, because more developers are having to
scale
back, and they're not pushing as far forward as we've seen in the past, where they would get the consoles, they would start making their first games, and then as the generation went on, they were pushing further and further. I think now where they're having to, okay, well, we're developing for this new technology, but we have to make sure that it works on this old technology. The momentum is not going to be exponentially going forward. It's going to be kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back with the development.
Yeah.
So I do think, and that's a great question, that we will see that this console generation lasts longer than, than normal, with, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One that came out in like 2013. That's a pretty good life cycle, but nothing compared to previous life cycles. It was a shorter one. So this one we might see last even longer, but with all of that, I don't know, like with them, even trying to push out a pro version this early kind of sounds crazy. Because we got a pro version of the PlayStation 4 way later in the life cycle. So I don't know how that's
about 3 years after the PS4 originally came out.
Yeah, it just feels a little early, in my opinion, especially with nobody really getting any. And Murdoch even said, he's like, I got a line on a PS5 for $800. That's crazy that you would have to pay $800 for a PS5. I'm sorry, that's just crazy.
I mean, it's not completely egregious because it's only retailing for $500, but it's still way more than you should. That's almost the price of another one.
Yeah, and another one, and another one.
Right.
We need to set up a bot, guys. I'm on all my techie people. We need to set up a bot so we can get some PlayStation 5s up in here.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's a good question. I do feel like this one's going to be a little bit longer of a generation because of development cycles are being pushed in a weird direction.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing some games like we saw in the showcase, a bunch of games just coming to PS5 that you're going to attempt to steal my PS5 to play on, But so it seems like they have hope that if they kick the can farther enough down the road, that this problem will end and they'll be able to get everyone a PlayStation 5 that needs one. But it just stuck in my craw when I saw this morning. I'm just like, how long, how much is this console shortage going to affect, how long it takes to get out the next consoles or development on the games that are currently being made? So we'll see.
Yep. So, guys, let us know what you think down in the comments below. Dan said COVID ain't helping anything either. So, yeah,
No,
I agree.
by no means.
The COOF is not helping
So-
any development of parts or games by any stretch of the imagination. But you know what is hot and fresh and ready for you? Like an apple
The quick
pie.
hits.
Like an apple pie that your granny made for you. She just set it on the windowsill to cool right now. But guess what? Derek's a hungry boy. He's got things to do.
I am.
And we're going to the quick hits right now.
So to start off, Crisis Remaster Trilogy is set for a release of October 15th. Battlefield 2042 beta confirmed for September 22nd. That is just a few weeks away. THQ Nordic to have 10th anniversary showcase set for September 17th at 2 p.m. Central Time, and will have 6 new game reveals. Call of Duty Vanguard to have an open beta set next weekend, September 16th through the 20th on PS4 and PS5. More Call of Duty news, Judge Dredd coming to Season 5 of Warzone. Following that, new Pacific map shown for Warzone and will come after the Vanguard release. Following that, future Call of Duty games could use the field of view sliders on consoles. Lost Judgment DLC roadmap to add 10 hours of new content. Game Boy and Game Boy Color games are reportedly coming to Switch soon. Control PS5 Series X and S upgrade wasn't handled, quote, in the best way, says 505 Games. Speaking of mishap upgrade paths. Overwatch League Season 5 will use an early build of Overwatch 2 and begin April 2022. Battlefield Mobile on Android-only playtest will start this fall in select regions. Microsoft Flight Simulator Top Gun Maverick expansion release date shifts to match the movie's new release date. New Destiny 2 update adds cross-play voice chat. BioWare reportedly considering moving Mass Effect 5 to Unreal Engine 5. And following that, a rumor that Mass Effect 5 is not starting full development until 2023, which would make sense because they want to push out Dragon Age first. Don't Nod adopts permanent work-from-home policy, which allows employees to choose between home and office. Bugsnax developer moving to 4-day work weeks. Life is Strange True Colors. Twitch extension lets the audience decide the adventure. Hellraiser is out now in Dead by Daylight. The chip shortage affecting gaming will, quote, remain very tight until at least next September. The Unreal Engine 5 character in Fortnite is a Fortnite skin now. That's the one in the demo that we saw when we covered it last year. Odd choice, but sure. Gary's Mod has reached 20 million units sold. Xbox controllers are getting next-gen features thanks to new firmware. And that's Xbox One controllers, if I didn't say that. And then finally, Avengers roadmap for the end of the year will include the first raid, which will have you fight Ulysses Claw, and Spider-Man coming to PS5 and PS4 later this year. Right.
I always forget to turn that on. So what I said was this. Finally, we're getting Spider-Man. This has been promised from the beginning that PlayStation is going to get Spider-Man. I'm glad we're finally getting it. The first raid, I'm glad that's, I'm really not sure how the raid is going to work. But
yeah,
Ulysses S. Claw is the main bad guy in the War for Wakanda DLC that's going on right now. I need to get back into it, and that the game is going to keep going. This is a service game and all of that. But praise the Lord that we're finally getting Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And then the last thing that I want to just kind of hit, you said in the quick hits, Battlefield 2042 beta confirmed for September 22nd. I know a lot of people are really curious about this game. Murdoch was even asking a question about if they will have the commander position in the game. I'm not 100% sure, but hey, we're going to get a beta. I don't know if it's going to be an open beta or if it's one where it's like you have to pre-order the game type deal.
Yeah.
Which more than likely will be the way they go.
I think so, because I think they started giving out beta codes when pre-orders open. So I think it's someone you have to pre-order.
Yeah. So, if that's something that you're interested in, pre-order it. Hey, cancel your pre-order. Figure out the policies on all that if you don't like it. But
Yep.
Battlefield 2042 looks really dope. Looks really cool.
So, and it's only just over a month away.
Yep. Only a matter of time. Well, there you go, guys. There is the news that you need to know. Noxious P. Bottom, thank you for coming on tonight, putting together all of this.
Yeah.
PlayStation's.
Even though it was an hour before the show because they had the showcase today. But, better late than never.
PlayStation put on a good show. This is like the first solid show out of any of them, really, that I've seen in a long time.
Same. Like, I don't think we've had this solid, like, this definitely topped, like, it was better than this, but the last time we saw a solid PlayStation 1 was right before the PS5 launch. It wasn't their first one. It was their second one when they showed off Horizon and Miles Morales and teased God of War. So it was like all that. That one was solid, but this one was better than this, but better than that one,
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, guys, there you go. We hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the follow button, hit the subscribe, and all those different things on the various platforms. Guys, it's going to be awesome. You will be put on the plaque. I got a plaque that you can't see off camera, and the cameras don't, like, they can't even focus on it because your names are shining so brightly on the plaque of followers and subscribers. But guys, this has been Zach
and Professor Noxious P. Bottom.
Y'all have a blessed week. Bye.